Hello students, welcome you once again to GK's maths classes. In continuation of our chapter in inverse trigonometric function, this is the third video that I am posting where I will be solving more problems in inverse trigonometric function. Already in part 1, I have discussed about the theory of inverse trigonometric function, also the graph related to it. And in second video, I have done most of the 1 mark questions where we will be doing few more questions here also. But what I will do is I'll put the link in the description box for both the videos in this. If you have any doubt, you can always clarify. And kindly give your support as you have been giving all this while by subscribing to my channel and also to press the bell icon to get notifications on videos that I post. So with that, let's make a beginning, shall we? Now this is the first question. This is cot inverse of cot minus 8 pi by 3. Yesterday or the previous video, what we did like here for these type of problems, first thing that should come to your mind is what is the principal range of cot inverse? It will be 0 to pi. Principal range of cot inverse is 0 to pi. So now I will check whether minus 8 pi by 3 lie there or not. Obviously no, because it's negative. Then what I do, I write cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. I make use of this result. So what is that equal to? Minus cot 8 pi by 3. But you also know cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse of x, isn't it? So if I use that result here, this will be pi minus cot inverse of cot 8 pi by 3. But 8 pi by 3, once again, it's 480 degrees. It doesn't lie in the principal range. So how do I make it lie? I will write this 8 pi by 3 as 3 pi minus pi by 3, which is so clear now. 9 pi minus pi is 8 pi. You can take LCM and check. Now 3 pi is like going once 1 pi, 2 pi and 3 pi minus pi by 3. So you are in which quadrant? You are in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, what do you say about cot? Cot is negative. So it is minus cot pi by 3. Minus cot pi by 3. Correct? Now, once again, I use this result. Cot of minus x. Cot inverse of minus x. What is that? It is pi minus cot inverse of x. Correct? Now this is pi minus pi plus, pi by 3 lie in the principal range. So cot inverse of cot is pi by 3. Minus into minus is plus. So the answer is pi by 3. So you have to understand, you have to know trigonometry, you have to understand quadrants, then only you will be able to do these problems effectively. Okay. It is a slightly lengthier than the type of questions that we did yesterday, which was there in the NCERT. This is not a question from NCERT, and it is slightly lengthier than the other problems that you have done in the previous video. I will try one more question like this. Here it is cosecant inverse of cosecant minus 9 pi by 4. Now what is the principal range of cosecant inverse? It's minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2. Okay, I think something is wrong. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, excluding 0. You know why I am excluding 0. Because cosecant 0 is undefined. Does minus 9 pi by 4 lie there? Definitely we have to check. It definitely does not lie because it is 9 times pi by 4. Okay. So 8 times pi by 4 itself is pi by 2. The 9 times pi by 4 should be outside. So what will I do? So this is cosecant inverse of minus cosecant 9 pi by 4. So what is this result? You know that cosecant minus theta is minus cosecant theta. correct? So I used that result and I got this. But you also know in inverse trigonometric function that cosecant inverse of minus x is minus cosecant inverse of x. So using that result, this will become minus cosecant inverse of cosecant 9 pi by 4. Now what is 9 pi by 4? It is nothing but cosecant 2 pi plus pi by 4. You can check it. 8 pi plus pi is 9 pi by 4. Now 2 pi plus pi by 4 is which quadrant? This is 2 pi, one round, plus pi by 4. So you are in first quadrant. In the first quadrant, what do you say about cosecant? Cosecant is positive. This is a supplementary angle. Therefore, this is cosecant pi by 4. Now, what is cosecant inverse of cosecant pi by 4? I can confidently write it as pi by 4 because it lies in the principal range. So the answer is minus pi by 4 because minus is already existing. Is that clear? So this I even though I did around 6 to 7 questions of this type in the previous video, I did it again here because these type of questions are very, very, very important for a 1 mark question. So don't ignore this. Okay. Next, I want to solve these type of problems. Find the value of tan 1 by 2 into cos root 5 by 2. Now, how do I solve this? Very, very simple. Now, whenever you see cos inverse of anything, you take that anything as, say, root 5 by 3, you take it as cos A. It's too thick. I'll change it. It is cos A. I will take this as cos A. So what will happen to this? This will be tan of 1 by 2 into cos inverse of cos A, because I took root 5 by 3 as cos A. Now what is cos inverse of cos A? It's A. So this will become A by 2. Now we'll go back to last year, whatever you studied in trigonometry. You know that tan 2A, okay, or I will, you know that 1 minus cos 2A is 2, I will, what formula shall I use? 1 minus cos 2A is, okay, 1 minus cos A is 2 sine square A by 2, and 1 plus cos A equal to 2 cos square A by 2. If I divide, what will I get? 1 minus cos A by 1 plus cos A equal to tan square A by 2. So I am going to use this result. So what is tan A by 2? It will be square root of 1 minus cos A by 1 plus cos A. All this come from trigonometry. Okay. First I thought of writing it with 2A and generalizing. I thought then we can, since you know the formulas, I think I can directly do it. Now what is cos A? Already you have cos A. What is cos A? Root 5 by 3. Now take LCM, what do you get? Root of 3 minus root 5 by 3 plus root 5. Now you multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. 3 minus root 5 by 3 minus root 5. Now 3 minus root 5 into 3 minus root 5 will be 3 minus root 5 the whole square, and denominator will be a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square square root. Now what is square root of this? This is nothing but 3 minus root 5, because root of x square is x, divided by 9 minus 5 is 4, root of 4 is 2. So this is the value of this. So how simple it is. So whenever you see, suppose if it was sine inverse of root 5 by 3, you put root 5 by 3 as sine A. If it was tan inverse, you put it as root 5. Suppose if you have half tan inverse of root 5 by 3, you put root 5 by 3 as tan A. So it depends upon, if it is cos inverse, you put cos A. If it is sin inverse, you put sin A. If it is tan inverse, you put tan A. Simple. Okay. Let's come to this next question. Find the value of 2 cot inverse of minus 5 by 15. Okay. So this will be sine of 2. You know, cot inverse of negative is pi minus cot inverse of 5 by, I think there's some error. I will take it as 1 by 3 then. You know, 5 by 15 is 1 by 3. Okay, maybe some other number. I must have made a typing error. Okay, that's it. So this will be sine of 2 pi minus 2 cot inverse of 1 by 3. Okay. See, this is sine of 2 pi minus 2 cot inverse of 1 by 3. So now what I will do, you know that sine 360, 2 pi is 360 minus theta is in fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, sine is negative. Therefore, this is minus sine 2 cot inverse of 1 by 3. Okay. Now I have told you, whenever you see cot inverse of 1 by 3, you put 1 by 3 as cot A. You could have done it there itself, but since there's a negative, you have to think of a lot of things. To avoid so much of complication in our thinking, it's better to use this formula and bring it to this. So this is minus sine of 2A. Why 2A? Because 1 by 3 is cot A. Cot inverse of cot A is A. Now what is sine 2A formula? 2 sine A cos A. All this you have studied in trigonometry. Okay. Now let me use a triangle. You know cot A is 1 by 3. Cot is adjacent by opposite. I am supposed to put k and 3k, doesn't matter. I am not worried about the ratios. Now by Pythagoras theorem, this will be root 8, 9 root 10. Correct? This is root 10. Why it is root 10? Pythagoras 9 square plus 1 square root 10. So what is sine A from this? It will be 3 by root 10 and cos A will be 1 by root 10. Substitute here. Minus 2. What is sine A? 3 by root 10. What is cos A? 1 by root 10. So the answer is minus 6 by 10. So it is minus 3 by 5. Is it clear? So I don't want to put minus 5 by 15 as cot A. Because it's negative. Then you have to think of quadrants. So to avoid that, I use the formula cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse of x. First I use that. After that I open the bracket. Then I use this formula. Sine 360 minus theta is minus sine theta. I use that formula here. Then I put 1 by 3 as cot A and I use sine 2A formula, and using the triangle I got this. Generally people say you should write k, 1k, 3k, this. I am ignoring it. It doesn't matter. Okay. Because it's a ratio, the k will get cancelled. Okay. This is another wonderful question. It's exactly like the previous one. Let's see how to do it. Here it is positive, so I will take 1 by 2 as tan A. Directly, I will take 1 by 2 as tan A. None of these questions are from NCERT, but they are very important also. You will see this in 1 mark or in 2 marks. So this will be tan of 2 tan inverse of tan A, because I have taken 1 by 2 as tan A. This is tan of 2. What is tan inverse of tan A? Tan inverse of tan A is A. Now what is tan 2A formula? 2 tan A by 1 minus tan square A. 2 tan A by 1 minus tan square A. Now what is tan A? 1 by 2 by 1 minus 1 by 2 square. So I get 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4. By taking LCM, you get 4 by 3. It's a very, very simple question, but you have to know the tan 2a formula. You should know what to substitute. Once you know all this, it becomes very, very simple. Okay, the next one. These type of questions are very, very important. Okay, now here it is cos inverse of 12 by 13, sine inverse of 3 by 5. You have to prove it is equal to sine inverse of 56 by 65. So what I will do first, I'll take the left hand side. I'll take the left hand side. What is the left hand side? Cos inverse of, you can't use any formula. Okay, you have to use only the triangle to get it. Okay, I have my way to do. See whether you understand this. Now whenever it is cos inverse of 12 by 13, I have told you 12 by 13 is a positive number. So I will take immediately 12 by 13 as cos A, and since it is sine inverse of 3 by 5, I will take 3 by 5 as sine B. Don't take it as A, it will be B. Okay. Now what you do? Draw a triangle and call this as A. What is cos A? 12 by 13. By Pythagoras theorem, I think this is 5. What is sine B? It is 3 by 5. By Pythagoras theorem, it's 4. Pythagorean triplets I got. Now, you have cos inverse of 12 by 13 plus sine inverse of 3 by 5. Now, clearly cos inverse of 12 by 13 is A, correct? Cos inverse of 12 by 13 is A. And sine inverse of 3 by 5 is B. So, I call this as 1. Let it be there. I call this as 1. Leave it. Now I go to the right hand side. What is the answer I want? I want sine inverse. If you want sine inverse, then I will say consider sine of, what is this? Sine of A plus B. If I want to prove cos inverse, I will take cos of A plus B. If I want tan inverse, I will take tan of A plus B. Okay. If it is A minus B, I will take A minus B. Now you go, you know, sine A plus B, what's the formula? Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Simple. Now look at this triangle. What is sine A? 5 by 13. Opposite by hypotenuse. Now for B, look at this triangle. What is cos B? 4 by 5. Again, what is cos A? 12 by 13. And what is sine B? 3 by 5. So this will become 20 by 65 plus 36 by 65, which happens to be 56 by 65. So what have you proved? You have proved that sine of A plus B equal to 56 by 65. Correct? It's from this, what is A plus B? A plus B is sine inverse of 56 by 65. Call this as 2. Now look at this and tell me what do you say from 1 and 2? A plus B, they equal. Therefore, cos inverse of 12 by 13 plus sine inverse of 3 by 5 equal to sine inverse of 56 by 65. Hence proved. Very simple, isn't it? Very simple and very neat. All these steps are very, very important. No formulas can be used. Now, this is another question. You have a formula for tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y, but I think it is not in the syllabus now. So we cannot use that formula, but without that also you can do it. Now, how do you do it? Take 2 by 11. I told you, right? Since it is tan inverse, take 2 by 11 as tan A and take 7 by 24 as tan B. So now what do you get? Tan inverse of 2 by 11 plus tan inverse of 7 by 24 is nothing but A plus B. All this as 1. See, it's A plus B. Tan inverse of 2 by 11, tan inverse of 7 by 24. Okay. Now, I want to prove it's equal to tan inverse of half. So, what I should do? Consider tan A plus B. I will take tan A plus B because I want to prove tan. So what is the formula? Tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Isn't it great? Now what is tan A? It's 2 by 11. What is tan B? It is 7 by 24 divided by 1 minus 2 by 11 into 7 by 24. If you take LCM, you get, this is a 48 plus 77 divided by, I'm cancelling 11 into 24. So 11 24s are 24 into 11, 44, 4, 22, 26. 264 minus 14. So what is this? 8 means this is 15, correct? And it is 125 divided by 250, which happens to be 1 by 2. So what have we proved? You have proved that tan of A plus B equal to 1 by 2. So what is A plus B? A plus B will be tan inverse of 1 by 2. All this as 2. What is the observation from 1 and 2? So from 1 and 2, clearly tan inverse of 2 by 11 plus tan inverse of 7 by 24 equal to tan inverse of 1 by 2. Isn't it great? Very, very simple, isn't it? Just keep following this procedure. You will get the answer for all problems. We will try one more question of the same type so that you get familiar, because this is a very important type of question. Now, what do you do here? You have to take 4 by 5 as cos A, and yes, 12 by 13 is cos B. Now you take the left hand side. Cos inverse of 4 by 5 plus cos inverse of 12 by 13 equal to what? A plus B. By now you understand why it is A plus B. Cos inverse of 4 by 5 is A. Cos inverse of 12 by 13 is B. Therefore you get A plus B. But what I want to prove on the right hand side, I want to prove cos inverse of. So what I should consider? Should I consider sine, tan or cos? I have to consider cos because I want to prove in terms of cos. Now again go back to our class 11. Class 11 cos A plus B. What's the formula? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. You have to know trigonometry. Don't think 11th standard is over. I can forget trigonometry. It's a must. Till you finish your career in mathematics, all these are very important. Now, before we go to this, draw the triangle. So what is this? Angle A. Cos A is adjacent by hypotenuse. By Pythagoras theorem, you get 3 here. Again, you take another triangle and mark the angle as B, and it is 12 by 13. It's again cos, right? So adjacent by hypotenuse, so therefore this will be 5. Now what is cos A? Cos A is 4 by 5 and cos B will be 12 by 13 minus, what is sin A? 3 by 5 and sin B is 5 by 13. So this will be 48 minus 15 by 65, which happens to be 33 by 65. Therefore, what is A plus B? Cos inverse of 33 by 65. Call this as 2. Now, what do you say from 1 and 2? Obviously, like the way we have been doing the previous 2 problems, cos inverse of 4 by 5 plus cos inverse of 12 by 13 equal to cos inverse of 33 by 65. Isn't it easy? So don't worry about the scalar multiples, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, this is the last question that we are going to do today. Remaining will continue in the next class. Okay. Now look at this beautiful problem. It's a very, very nice question. I take the left hand side. The left hand side is 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse of 1 by 3. Relax. Now what is common in these two? Clearly 9 by 4 is common. Once 9 by 4 is common, I got pi by 2 minus sine inverse of 1 by 3. Am I right? Yes or no? But we know there is a formula. What is the formula? Sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is what? Is pi by 2. Correct? So from this, what is pi by 2 minus sine inverse of x. It will be cos inverse of x, correct? Taking it to this side. So what is pi by 2 minus sine inverse of 1 by 3? It is cos inverse of 1 by 3. Pi by 2 minus sine inverse of 1 by 3 is cos inverse of 1 by 3. I call this as, say, some a. I'll just leave it there. Now what I will do, I will take this cos inverse of 1 by 3 and I want to prove that it is nothing but sine inverse of 2 root 2 by 3. Very simple. What do you do? Take 1 by 3 as cos a. Take 1 by 3 as cos a. Okay. Then draw a triangle. Now what is cos a? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So by Pythagoras theorem, this will be root 8. Now since I want to prove it as sine, take sine. What is sine a? It's root 8 by 3. So what is a? It is sine inverse of, what is root 8? 2 root 2 by 3, correct? Let it be there. Now from here, what is a? Cos inverse of 1 by 3. So what do you say from 1 and 2? So from 1 and 2, it's very clear that cos inverse of 1 by 3 is same as sine inverse of 2 root 2 by 3. Now take that and substitute here. So what do you get? 9 by 4 sine inverse of 2 root 2 by 3. Hence proved. Isn't it wonderful? So with that, we come to the end of this class. We will be doing more problems in inverse trigonometric function in the subsequent week. And kindly subscribe to my channel and also click the bell icon to get notifications on all video. I hope all these videos are very useful. I'm also posting JEE mains question from the chapter sequences and series. There are totally 15 questions that has been posted as 3 parts. Each video contains 5 questions. Please go through that. Okay, if you want, I can put the link in the description box so that it is easy for you to access. This is how you start preparing. Your preparation has to start from now if you want to get a very good score in JEE mains and then move forward to advanced. Okay, so first we'll concentrate on mains. After some time we'll go to advanced. Okay, I hope these classes are very useful to you and keep supporting me. Have a nice day. Bye bye. See you in the next class. Bye.